my show. Welcome to Partners in Health and Biz. I'm your host, Gail Dixon-McBride, and I'm so very happy you could join me today. And today, oh, you are going to be so excited. I have a special guest. Yes, I have a special guest, and my special guest is someone I have been knowing for years. Actually, it's been about over 20 years since we first met. And this young man was actually a writer for a publication that I had back in the day called The Tidal Wave. Not only was he a writer, but he was one of our best writers. And so his career has really taken off since 24 years ago. And now he has produced and written four different books. So he's here today, and I'm not going to tell you anything else about him until I introduce him and open up his mic. So his name, I do want to tell you, his name is Anthony Doug Lawrence, and from now on, I'll be referring to him as Doug. That's what we call him. So thank you, Doug. Thank you so much, Anthony Doug Lawrence, for being my special guest here on Partners in Health and Biz. How are you?
Gail, first of all, thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I just have so much respect for you. You've provided a platform for professionals like myself to express themselves and to share their ideas, and you've been such a blessing, not only in media, but just in everything that you've been able to do. So thank you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And so, listen, you have a long history of being a writer and a publisher of books. And so, your first book was called back in the day, The Ring of Betrayal. The Ring of Betrayal. Then you went on to write a book called I No Longer Play the Game. After that, you went on to write a book called When Tomorrow Comes. And now, drum roll please, you have written and published a book, and it's called The Big Race. And I am so excited about that. But Doug, it's been 17 years since. Why did you take a hiatus from writing? And 17 years later, here you are.
Gail, you mentioning all those titles takes me back. It's been a wonderful experience. First of all, let me thank my publisher, Barry Beckham. Barry Beckham, he published When Tomorrow Comes, I No Longer Play the Game, and The Ring of Betrayal. And it was such a blessing. I was able to go on a 10-city tour in the early 2000s, and we had tremendous success. You know, I've always been an investigator. I've been an investigator for the past 30 years. And so, Freedom on Demand came about in the early 2000s. I decided really to just focus on being an investigator and being the best investigator that I could be. I had to focus on investigating and on the cases, each case. And of course, as a writer and as an author, you have to promote and market the book. And when
Absolutely.
you work in a professional setting, in a structured setting, it's difficult to do those things. So I sort of took a hiatus from writing.
Okay, that makes sense.
But since, since retired, and now I'm retired, I'm a rebirth, and
Mhm.
I've been able to focus on my creative writing as well as my new career in education.
Wonderful. So that's really working well for you. That was the best thing that could happen to you, seems like so far. Absolutely.
Yes, and my creativity is back. I'm able to focus on writing and on other aspects of my career and business, and things have been. It's really been a blessing for me.
Wonderful. So the organization that you and your brother Kevin created, and it's called, I believe it's called True Colors. But within that organization, there is something called Me Enhanced by We. So exactly tell us, what does that mean? Me Enhanced by We.
Sure. Actually, the name of the company is Me Enhanced by We. but we go by True Colors. We're an education program. We primarily focus on career pathways and college readiness programs for high school students. Understanding that education has changed. A lot of schools no longer have trades and programs for students like trade programs. So we understand that not every student is going to be actually ready to go to college right away. So we try to prepare those students for a career while at the same time provide opportunities for students seeking post-secondary educational opportunities.
Oh,
And True Colors, we really have three goals or our three I's. First of all, to improve, to inform, inspire, and improve. Those are the three goals. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. And,
no,
and Malcolm X taught us that.
that's right. That's right. And so that is so wonderful what you're doing for young people. And we know that literacy and reading is so important. And by you publishing your latest book, that is really helping these young people to inspire to want to read more. And once they read more, that's going to help them in school in all aspects of their education. And so we want to thank you so much for doing that. That's going to help not only the parents, not only the children, but the parents too. And we want them to be inspired to help their children from actually from birth. You know, when my son was even an infant, I would read to him and he hadn't even been born. And then from the time he was born, I would read all types of books. And as a result, I believe that helped him to discover what career he wanted to go into, and he's been with that ever since. So,
Yeah, and absolutely, Gail, being around the students, it really inspired me to write content that they would enjoy.
mhm,
Understanding it's important for our culture to control our own narratives so that our voices can be heard.
right, absolutely, yeah. So now, we'd like you to to actually describe your latest book, The Big Race, and kind of give us some details and some insight into what's going on in the plot, the storyline of that book.
Sure, sure. The Big Race is a story about a youth named Darius Washington, and he forms a 4x100 relay team with his friends, and they learn valuable lessons in their pursuit of a national championship. And some of those lessons are the importance of friendship, commitment, love, and
Oh, those are very important. Yes, I mean, once they read that book, they're going to have their heads on straight and know which way they're supposed to go, and they will be inspired with all those attributes. And so that is absolutely wonderful.
Well, one of the things that we find is very important, and I get a lot of this from my brother because one of the things about my brother Kevin is he really is he's a loving individual and he really enjoys the program. He enjoys the students, and I've learned that I think what motivates people is not great hate, but great love for other people. And my
Yes.
brother, he really displays a lot of great love for the youth and for the kids, and I think that energy exudes in the program and within the program.
Hmm.
And so the book is an extension of that. It's important that the youth not only learn to compete because life is about competing. Life is very challenging, but it also is about family. It's about love. It's about friendship. Those are the things that get you through those difficult times.
Absolutely, yes. And learning how to work together and be a team.